Hello everybody. So this is me. My name is Ella, for those of you who don't know, and this video is gonna be dedicated to what is it like to be a Scorpio ascendant. So if you're a Scorpio or know somebody who is a Scorpio rising and you want to find out more what it's like life on earth feels if you have this placement, watch this video. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to just go on random Google search, whatever, of Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio stereotypes, and I'm gonna go through and tell you which parts of this, are true and which parts are not. I'll share some personal, information, and also something you need to know. My Pluto is also on my ascendant as well, so it's kind of like a double Scorpio, I guess, placement. My Pluto is in Scorpio, in retrograde position, conjunct my ascendant. So anyway, your ascendant is in Scorpio, some random article. Let's see what it says. So, and by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know what rising sign is, it is basically your physical body, your physical incarnation, what do you look like, what is immediate, what is basically your entire, vehicle that carries your soul in this life, in a way. So this article says, you are likely to experience life as a constant series of challenges or crises where you learn about the nature of power and transformation. So I would say this is extremely true, because my whole life was always about ups and downs. I've had the craziest ups that, sometimes I was like, am I living in a movie? And I had the craziest falls and downs as well. As a child, I've experienced things like being bullied, being abused, being misunderstood. People sometimes were freaking out when they were seeing me. They were like, you're weird, you're different. But at the same time, when I was little, I remember, I was kind of on the darker side of Scorpio. So let's say when I really hated somebody and I wanted something to happen to them, like they could fall down, in school especially, or something nasty could happen to them. I'm not really in that kind of energy anymore, because I don't really care anymore about this kind of stuff. But yeah, being a Scorpio, you definitely go through a lot of ups and downs. People often, I've often heard things like, people would tell me that, oh, when I first saw you, I thought you were so arrogant and mean, but then I started talking to you and you're the nicest person. This has been happening to me all my life. Lately, not so much, because lately I try to be more open from my heart center. I try to smile more, radiate love just in general. But in the past, it was like that. Very often I intimidated men in my life, and I not only, by the way, have Scorpio ascendant, but I also have very packed 8th house. So I have Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter in my 8th house. So this makes me kind of like a typical Plutonian 8th houser. I don't even know what it is. But yes, people often were intimidated about me in the past. There were often men that were terrified of me, and especially I would fall in love with men a lot. He would just be terrified. So I feel and often I have a lot of Scorpio friends, and they're the same way. Whenever they fall in love with a guy, the guy just runs the hell from them. Whenever they don't care about the guy, all the other guys are around them. No, this is a blessing and a curse of being a Scorpio. But yeah, being a Scorpio, you also are very intuitive, and I would say the main challenge of a Scorpio ascendant is to stop reacting. Scorpio is a very reactive placement, because if you think about it, Scorpion is so close to the ground, right? They can hear everything, they can feel everything. So the challenge to overcome all of these ups and downs and all of this crisis is to understand that your process in this life is to be that of a phoenix. Whenever there is an ending, there is even a bigger and more beautiful new beginning. Whenever there is crisis, it's because this transformation happens. Whenever there is something good, there is something bad, and whenever there's something bad, something good. So the challenge here is stop thinking in black and white and just kind of embrace life as it is, and just kind of flow through this transformation, have a hell of a time. I recently started doing this. Oh my god, guys, you don't know how much fun I'm having. I used to be crying, I used to be all the time, I mean still sometimes I'm crying even on YouTube, but I used to be in this feeling of, nothing ever is going wrong. And often Scorpios comment on my videos and they're like, oh, nothing's ever going wrong. But you need to change your mind. You need to start thinking about everything as a process. There's intense pain, and then there's intense awakening, intense rebirth. All of this intensity is your nature. And it's gonna be more fun when you kind of start looking at it as a process, when you start flowing, when you start letting go. Seriously, guys, I'm giving you this advice and it works. I mean, also based on my outfit, you can tell I do love black color, even though I like other colors as well. I would say I look good in black. I would consider myself sexy, femme fatale type, I guess, even though I can be total girl next door. I love red lipstick, and some of you guys often tell me that like red lipstick looks good on me. This I think also is a Scorpio thing. But it also says here, and this article is pretty cool actually, Scorpio rising give very little away as to what they're thinking and feeling. This is true, because you know the thing is, like, I often felt that I feel so much that it must be clear to everybody around me what I'm feeling. Well, in reality, most people thought that I'm closed off and they had no idea what is it happening in my mind. So when I started opening up more and just telling people how I feel, it really helped me. So if you're Scorpio rising, maybe sometimes, like, don't be so afraid that people will find out what you feel, because I mean, even if somebody knows you love them, even if somebody knows this and that about you, you know, it's sometimes like, I don't know, I keep coming in all my videos lately, like I'm connected to Eminem lately, like you know how like there is something before, you know, somebody exposes your skeletons in your closet, you expose them yourself, and then you're free. You know, as a Scorpio, when you have nothing to hide, this is the most empowered freaking placement ever. Because like when you know everyone knows everything about you, when you know there's nothing to hide, you're like, oh, whatever. And it's hard for Scorpio because we have tendency, like, we need to protect ourselves, we need to hide our deep feelings and deep emotions, because the feelings and emotions run so deep. And yeah, so being Scorpio also, I guess there is a lot of memories of pain, and pain in the early part of life until you figure out how to deal with it can be a major, you know, issue. Like, I felt a lot of pain in my early years, and still, you know, I do, but there is a moment when you experience, I guess, so much pain that it doesn't affect you anymore. Like right now, somebody can tell me in my face they don't love me or they don't care about me, and as much as of course I'm a human being, I'm not a psychopath, like I will feel something, it's not gonna have effect on me as if before how I used to be. Oh my god, I used to be hurt by one person would look at me in the wrong way. So see, Scorpio has the biggest probably potential of transformation. In Scorpios, like, we can go to the very, very low. Like, I've had moments in my life when I was self-destructive, I was harming myself, I was doing like terrible things to myself, I was just self-sabotaging myself all the time. I was telling myself that I'm ugly, I'm incapable, I'm this and that, going into relationships that I know are like not good for me, just out of fear or whatever. So Scorpio can be vindictive, we can be jealous, we can be like crazy, like a shit show. But if you really work on yourself and if you accept all these transformations and lessons and pains, you can also just become this one-of-a-kind person who is unstoppable. And I'm not saying that like I'm right now in this full power of a Scorpio, but I feel like I'm in my life at least making a consistent progress towards that. If you're a Scorpio, you can make anything you want, like you can achieve anything you set your mind to, because you've experienced so much, you know, like painful situations in your life. You are really strong. If you want to become, I don't know, a businessman, an artist, anything a Scorpio will do will be different than others, because we put all our focus, we put our passion, laser sharper focus, all our intensity into it. For Scorpio, I would say it's extremely important to have a goal in life, to have like a bigger picture of life, a bigger mission, something bigger than them, because Scorpio is this tremendous amount of energy. It's both fire and water, and if not channeled properly, it can be dangerous, because there is just so much energy. Like we do everything like not 100% but 100 million%, you know, like the entire galaxy works with us, you know, when we are like doing something, which is why we can manifest. And it can be good or it can be bad. You can manifest good things when you come from a good perspective in your mind, or you can manifest really shitty things as well if you don't watch your thoughts. Because a lot of Scorpios wondering why my life so bad, blah blah blah. Sometimes it's because, trust me, it's because a lot of things you do are becoming self-fulfilling prophecy. Like all the paranoias and all these things become self-fulfilling prophecies. It happened to me so many times when I self-sabotaged with my thoughts. I've attracted situations that I don't want to. So you have to really, if you're a Scorpio, you have to really watch your thoughts. Very important. And but if you found something you like, and if you feel like you are connected to the bigger picture of the universe, if you feel like you have a mission in this planet, and if you feel like you can, you know, creatively express yourself, whether through music, through any kinds of forms of art, I don't even know, through your Instagram page if you want to, like you have a lot coming for you. You really, Scorpios are the ones who can change the world. And I'm not saying other signs can change the world. I'm sure every sign is perfect and special in their own way, but I feel like Scorpios are so special because we are, I don't know, we are the sign of transformation. We are the sign of life and death, and you know, the most kind of like two things that define, you know, life on this planet. So I guess my main message for Scorpio is that you are a sign of a tremendous power. You are powerful beyond measure, and it's important you know how to use your power wisely. Whether it's you can have occult abilities and occult, intuitive abilities, you can have physical strength. Every Scorpio has some kind of power and strength hidden in them, and usually one of these powers, because it can be more than just one power, is related to something where they're extremely wounded. Whatever your wound is, whatever your, you know, insecurity is, whatever also the biggest challenge, like you seem, maybe you cannot do public speaking, or maybe it's hard for you to open up to others to show them how you feel, or maybe you want to express yourself creatively but it comes hard. Usually that one thing which is the most difficult for you is where your biggest blessing lies once you can transform it. And Scorpio is the sign of transformation. So for you to go kind of to the path of, you know, your highest like level is about transforming yourself, constantly transforming yourself, constantly going outside your comfort zone. You can really if you embrace that path, if you not run from the pain, if you don't run from challenges, but instead you go, you know, forward, like be a courageous warrior, you can achieve a lot. And what else would I say to my fellow Scorpios? A lot of people misunderstand us, but I feel like, you know, it's not our job to try everybody make us love them. You know, you can leave it to Leos. Shade, no shade, no shade. But I think we just need to understand how special we are, and we also need to understand our special place in this world. And if we do that, really, we don't care, right, what others think of us. But love can be challenged sometimes. Everything related to other people can be challenged sometimes because we are just so honest, and we expect everyone to be so honest, and then other people are not so honest with us, and we, you know, we get vindictive. We are like, how the hell, I gave you everything, I told you everything, I was there 100%, and you're just like, you know, playing with me. It's hard for Scorpio. It's hard for Scorpio because we deep down on some subconscious level expect betrayal. So when it happens, we are like, huh, told you so. And I think part of the betrayal that happens is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's important to really, if you're a Scorpio, to go very deep into your mind and try to figure out where is this expectation of betrayal is coming from. Once you clear this block, once you clear your mind, you can really start attracting different relationships, and also start maybe like acting even in relationships more different. So yes, Scorpios, you are sexy, you are smart, you are powerful, you're like, you know, I don't know about you guys, I love being a Scorpio. It was a tough journey in the beginning, but it keeps getting better, you know. I guess like it's you learn how to love your darkness, you learn how to love your weird aspects of yourself, you learn how to love your trauma even, because chances are whatever trauma you even have, at certain point you will understand what a blessing it is and how to use it to, you know, make a world a better place, how to use it to express yourself, how to just, you know, how your life is special, even though there were things that maybe happened that were not, you know, most beautiful things in the world. So yes, it's amazing to be a Scorpio. I love Scorpios. A lot of my friends are Scorpios. Scorpios are powerful. So I want to create a Scorpio community. But yeah, I think this is it. I don't know, nothing else is coming up in my mind. So comment on this video below if you're a Scorpio rising or just Scorpio sun and moon, what this life on this planet feels like for you. Share your experiences, share your video with your friends. And anyway, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.